We bless you, wonderful Lord. We magnify your name. We magnify your name. Hallelujah. Here on earth, here on earth, here on earth, we sing a song, we sing a song. We exalt your holy name, and in heaven receive a song. Hallelujah. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. As always, this is George ONYIBE, and of course, trying to appeal to the conscience of our people, reminding them on the need why everybody need to get involved in the unpreventable changes which we are going through as a people. This is not the first time our society has encountered such changes, but how we manage it has actually become the determined factor of who we are today. I want to first of all appreciate the Almighty Creator who has given me the privilege to come online this evening. I want to thank God for people who still have conscience and understand the precarious situation we have found ourselves and the need to stand up and do the needful. I want to thank those people who are there trying to destroy everything that is left of us, because without some of these introduced shenanigans, I want to believe we will still be backward. But when we have been able to go through this process, our life cannot remain the same again. I remember briefly that, vividly well, that in my last broadcast as of yesterday, I tried to remind our people the importance of mobilization. Why we have to mobilize our people, to be able to achieve, to be able to impart, to be able to influence any reform or change we dream of. We're still looking at the same issue of mobilization. What are the functions of mobilization? What is the purpose of mobilization? Why is mobilization important? Because as far as I'm concerned, the reason why we have not been able to advance the cause of re-engineering our society, or the main reason why we have not been able to advance the cause of trying to develop our society, is because the weapon, the tools of mobilization has not properly been initiated, and as such does not have any impact of any kind on our society. Today, what is supposed to be trending, as far as we are concerned as a people, is the issue of Biafra agitation, which was baited as a result of political imbalance, baited as a result of injustice, baited as a result of emasculation, deliberate attempts to take away our rights, and other heinous crime against humanity, which I do not have the time to mention all of them, but all of you know the truth. And then if we're not talking about Biafra agitation, maybe we should be talking about the ongoing political transition, presidential election, which is certainly supposed to take place in this month. But the point is, each of them will survive on one condition. The level of mobilization has a lot to do. I try to point out certain issues you need to understand about mobilization, and the need why at this moment you cannot overrule mobilization. Let me remind you, mobilization, first of all, it's a very wide scope of field that if we want to begin to exploit them, Believe me, I'm not ready for it. But in a very layman way, I want to explain to you what mobilization is all about. First of all, mobilization enables you to set up a stable where leaders are indoctrinated, where leaders are made, where leaders are selected, where leaders are groomed. Without mobilization, you will not have it. I started by pointing out the main issue trending as far as you are concerned as a people, but none of them is trending. You go on the social media, the few people that have been mobilized, the only thing majority of them are doing is they are telling you Nnamdi Kanu is sick. DSS is poisoning Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu may not survive. Nnamdi Kanu is going to die. You see, for almost 2 years now, since Nnamdi Kanu turned God, the only thing you hear on social media regarding the issue of Biafra Restoration Project is either Nnamdi Kanu, one group is cursing another, the other group is blackmailing another group, or Nnamdi Kanu must be released, or Nnamdi Kanu political, nothing about Biafra. Let's assume they were actually looking for Biafra. I need you to check it now. Since this year, they have been looking for one story to, stage manage and control, keep your brain dormant. What are they doing? Oh, Nnamdi Kanu is poisoned, Nnamdi Kanu is sick, he may not do it, DSS is poisoning him. But the same DSS arrested Nnamdi Kanu, whether in Cotonou, whether in Gabon, whether in Methuselah, wherever, none of you knew. It was in DSS detention for over a week. No M branch of information, intelligence department of IPOB didn't know. Chikedozian didn't know. Autopilot didn't know. Idu Kingdom didn't know. Igodomigodo didn't know. Igadamigada didn't know. Arabatarian didn't know. All the faithful prophesied, none of you knew. Nigeria did not poison Nnamdi Kanu. They didn't kill him. They would have killed him, dump his dead body in one fish pond, or pour acid on him, or do anything to him. But they didn't kill him. Is it now they want to poison him? But it is the absence of sincere mobilization. That is what is bringing all these atrocities. But the truth remains that tonight, I will remind you first of all that you are not going anywhere. You can't run away from this truth. And so the only hindrance or challenge we are having as a people is the lack of mobilization. So because the people are not properly mobilized, you have a criminal gang trying to re-indoctrinate our people, re-educate our people by mobilizing them to believe in lie, mobilizing them to dish out lie, disinformation, propaganda, as you already have. Nelson Mandela for 27 years was held in Kemenekado. I want to believe that 27 years he is not a god. He would have been sick one way or the other. I'm here to see any newspaper where they say, oh, Nelson Mandela is sick, oh, Nelson Mandela wants to die. So Nnamdi Kanu follower, what is your problem? Because you are the reason why we are at this junction at this moment. So they are telling the whole world, oh, Nnamdi Kanu is sick. You are not talking of unconditional release. But now, the court of Nigeria, the zoo court, according to Nnamdi Kanu, the zoo court that don't obey court order, gave Nnamdi Kanu unconditional release. Why are you not talking about it? Now everybody is telling you, oh, Nnamdi Kanu is sick, oh, he may die, oh, and you think the blood of the people he killed is going to leave him? Do you know how many widows? Do you know how many orphans? Do you know how many people now they killed? There is one idiot on social media. He called himself Divine Rich. His mother was raped by Nnamdi Kanu Lion Squad in Anambra. He never wrote about how his mother was raped in Anambra by Nnamdi Kanu Lion Squad led by Obasi. He's coming to write about me. Thunder will fire all of them, but I have not heard their time yet. That is the mobilization we have at this moment. And people think that a miracle is going to happen somewhere. No. Why you entertain the shenanigan of Nnamdi Kanu and his criminal gang, all you have succeeded in doing is putting the advancement of the cause for our people on hold. Nothing more. And so if mobilization was actually a platform to groom, first of all, leaders, you mobilize the people, and from among the people, you look for the progressive-minded ones. From among the progressive-minded ones, you will see the proactive ones. Leaders are born, and leaders can be made. When did we mobilize? If we have done that, where are the leaders? Because certainly, as far as we are concerned as a people, the matter for engineering a society, advancing the cause of a community, cannot be left on the shoulder of one man. Let's go back a little bit. America had issue with Vietnam. And Vietnam was a land or a country where majority of her populace are rice farmers. They were not educated. They were not that intelligent. They were not as strong as America. They didn't have a chance to survive American attack in one day. An American descended on Vietnam. I love using Vietnam as a case study because this is one experience America will never forget in a hurry. They descended on Vietnam. They ransacked every community, and the Vietnam were forced to live like rabbits, digging hole and hiding inside hole, inside river. And you see, that was when AK-47 was manufactured. It was not called AK-47. That one and the Kano them are using to kill Igbo people. It was manufactured as a result of proper mobilization. And what happened? A scientist created that gun. He called it widow's maker. And with this widow's maker, your AK-47, Americans learned a lesson of their lifetime. These were not warlords. These were a community of rice farmers with proper mobilization. When a country is properly mobilized and the people bring up a genuine leaders, there is no limit of advancement for such nation. Look at Nigeria, for instance. Election is by the corner. They are mobilizing the people to rig election. They are mobilizing the people to snatch ballot box. They are mobilizing the people to come and deceive you on Facebook by campaigning for their father and their mother. That is the mobilization you have. Obasanjo is writing letter and recommending. Oni of Ife is writing letter and recommending. Ubi of Onitsha, all of them are writing letter. Even Nnamdi Kanu is writing letter to recommend. That is the mobilization. And such a nation will say, oh, they want to progress. When they call for people contesting for election, come and address the people. They won't come. Is that the mobilization? And you think Nigeria is going to progress? You are joking. I need you just try and pay attention, because this one era we enter, Nigeria would have been an issue to be addressing every day. But the process that is meant to cure Nigerian sickness is even more corrupt than Nigeria. And now you get the point why we are here. Nnamdi Kanu is not a thief. Nnamdi Kanu don't like money. Nnamdi Kanu will die for us. Ordinary stomach bite is crying. Oh, DSS is poisoning me. That is what brought us here. I need you to pay attention. Nigerians are about to elect another leader. A leader they believe will help improve on the economic, social welfare of citizens, to mention but a few. And they are mobilizing the people. What are the pattern of their mobilization? Are they mobilizing you to look among the three candidates trending to pick the one that is able to give you the future you desire? Or they are mobilizing with different group to deceive you so that you will vote for them? What are they actually trying to do? You see, every gang, all the political parties tell you, oh, presidential election, none of them have the interest of the people at heart. Whether it is P2B, whether it is Atiku, whether it is Tinubu, I can tell you their pattern of mobilization will tell you what they are doing. But they are not my concern. We will address them later. It is applicable to any nation that want to progress. Let us move a little bit to the Bible. When God chose Moses, and Moses set out to liberate the people, what he did was to inform God about his inability. And God said, I know, but then let the mobilization begin. Your brother Aaron, your elder brother Aaron, will speak for you since you are a stammerer. And then whatever, he will be your priest, and then you will be. And then Moses went. And when they were able to leave the people out of Egypt in the wilderness, the burden of leadership was too much for Moses to bear. Moses didn't know what to do. But understand that Moses single-handedly did not lead the people to cross the Red Sea. He had the services of people like Caleb, people like Joshua, and there are other youth that work with them. He mobilized these youth. Little wonder, in the absence of Moses, Joshua and Caleb were there to do the needful. And while in the wilderness, the jump is too much for Moses to carry on. Further mobilization was done. From the advice of Jethro, his father-in-law, he appointed about 120 elders who now help him to see issues. Without proper mobilization, all these structures will not be there. And then finally, even with all the mobilization done, he couldn't make it, but the structure remained in place. Today, we have transcended as a people from one stage to the other. But at the front of every negotiating point, in that transition, we lose who we are. We lose our identity. We lose our value. We lose everything about us. And look at where we are today. Now let's go back a little bit. When Nigeria was created, three nations were seen and nothing more. These three nations, they call one Oduduwa, they call one Arewa, they call one Biafra. But no, it was not called Biafra. Rather, they call one Yoruba, they call one Hausa, they call one Igbo. Let's keep the record straight for the sake of the next generation. Biafra was not there. I didn't hear Arewa, I didn't hear Oduduwa, but I was just trying to make you get the point. Now, when British government created or opened this company called Nigeria, they employed three staff or three shareholders. One is the Igbo, the next one is the Yoruba, and then the Hausa. They didn't call the Fulani, they didn't call the Kale or the Jebu, and then they didn't call any other tribe outside these three major tribes. Now, this is not to tell you that under the umbrella of the Yoruba, that you do not have the Kwara people, the Jebubu people, the Kale people, the Ife people. No. They attacked them, the Yoruba, because of the heterogeneous influence within that community. And then they came, they say the Hausa. They know the Nupils are there, the Gwaris are there, the thieves are there, but they just call all of them the Hausa. And then they went to the other side, they saw the Igbo. They know the Efiks are there, the Bibios are there, the Ijos are there, the Robos are there, the Shekiris are there. They knew these people were there, but they called them Igbo. And that is where you get the popular saying, Wazobia. Why am I bringing this up? The more we as a people advance in the process, the more we move forward to advance our cause, we diminish. The Yoruba remain intact. Most people don't know you have different kind of Yoruba. When they stay and speak Yoruba, they don't understand themselves. They unite themselves with the Lagos Yoruba. Just the same way Igbo unite themselves with the Anambra Igbo. The Yoruba remain intact. Despite the fact that Kwara is almost captured and almost removed, despite the fact you have Yoruba in Kogi State and others, Yoruba remain intact. Mobilization, once they say Omoduduwa lele you, if you like call Awolowo tribalist, it's okay, but they did a very good job of mobilization. And then go to the Hausa. Their own mobilization is so unusual that they even mobilize people outside Nigeria, inside your one Nigeria, and they are ruling you. Mobilization. But look at our own mobilization. We further divide ourselves. Let's focus on the Igbo nation now. Because if the Igbo nation did not break, a German will not be telling you today, I'm not part of you. Urobo man, Ishekiri man, they won't see them. It is the failure of the Igbo nation that is making those other ethnic nationality under this homogeneous society to disassociate themselves. But you are not seeing it that way. I need you to get sense why mobilization is very important. Now, the Igbo nation have issue. How did they manage the issue? They divided themselves. They are hiding this truth. Oh, you don't go there. Oh. If you are Igbo man, listen to me very well. They are hiding it. Oh. Don't go there. Oh. Who is even telling you this story? Only God knows the Igbos divided. You now have the core Igbo and the fake Igbo. I am a fake Igbo. Maybe you are the original Igbo. No problem. And so it moves on that all the Igbo in Edo State, the Igbo in Delta State, the Igbo in Bayelsa State, the Igbo in Rivers State, the Igbo in Akwa Ibom State, the Igbo in Benue State, the Igbo in Kogi State, the Igbo in outside Southeast, they are not Igbo again. Who did that mobilization? I'm not saying this to fault anybody. I'm only pointing out this so that we don't make the same mistake. This mistake now of Nnamdi Kanu, he's doing heart transplant, he's doing belly transplant, he want to transfer his liver, his whole God is crying inside the DSS hotel. Where it will land us if we don't begin to mobilize our people to advance the cause of our people is that the Igbo of the Southeast will tear apart. They have agenda for Ebonyi State already, but they are not saying it. Indirectly, they are having meeting already. Ebonyi State cannot be part of Biafra, and Ebonyi people are ready for you. Let us mobilize our people to advance the cause of our people. And so where did it end us today? Everybody moved back and mobilized their people. Ikwere moved back and formed Ogbako Ikwere. They hold their ground now. Anyoma is fighting seriously to hold Anyoma ground. And I tell you, the Igbos in Benue and the Igbos in Kogi very soon will find a way. The Igbos in Bayelsa and some Igbo that did not identify with Ogbako Ikwere are forming another front known as the Orashe. And so, what has Igbo become? We are here dividing ourselves because of some criminal selfish interests. Awusa are there bringing in Niger, Cotonou, Meduguri, Badagry, different places, Costa Rica. They are putting them, they are all northerners. All of them are all the whole Awusa country, Fulani country, all of them have your PVC. They are coming to vote against you. We shall see how you will do it. Mobilization. But your own mobilization is divide your brother. You can see the character, this attribute manifest in Nnamdi Kanu. What is his achievement? He hit all of us our head together. I listened to Nshema broadcast. Was it not yesterday? He was now saying, Nnamdi Kanu causing problem. I said, okay, finally he's born again. Because anybody telling you Nnamdi Kanu is our savior, Nnamdi Kanu, they are your problem, Ndibo. So you mobilize the people to bring a leader. It is only a true leader that can unite our people. A leadership I thought was an Nnamdi Kanu, but he knew nothing about it. He is naive. He thought it's about the dollars. He thought it's about the cash. He thought it's about the money. He thought it's about the fame. How many like on social media? That is what he thought. But now, understand, the essence of leadership is what has brought us here. No, you can imagine, for instance, a very renowned Apex body of Ndibo, Ohaneze Ndibo, is telling you, give us Simeon Ekpa, we will give you 50,000 pounds. They sound like Nnamdi Kanu to me. This is supposed to be a group of leadership who, through their modus operandum, who through their mission statement, will affect positively on the life of the people. Look how they are behaving like Abu will not be waker. Give us the head of Simeon Ekpa, and then we will give you $50 million. You sound like Nnamdi Kanu on Radio Biafra, where Nnamdi Kanu was saying, give me Wiki head, and I will give you 2 million naira. So what's the difference between Nnamdi Kanu and Ohaneze Ndibo? But the point there is Simeon Ekpa the problem? When this Biafra agitation was Biafra agitation, I don't know Simeon Ekpa. It was when Nnamdi Kanu want to sell us, he invites Simeon Ekpa. You leave the person who invite criminal, you are looking for the criminal. How do you think you're going to stop them? Ohaneze Ndigbo don't know Simeon Ekpa was employed to do what he's doing to change narrative. Just that somewhere along the line something went wrong. To change the narrative is not possible anymore. What kind of hypocrites are these? And one thing you should know about those of you who are hypocrites, when you are confronted, your hypocrisy is exposed instanter. No, I need you to check it. If Ohaneze Ndigbo were actually genuine leaders, they shouldn't be telling you, give me Simeon Ekpa, he's in Finland. Put up petition. Finland government will address it. All this bubu yeke rubbish, you are disgracing yourself. We don't have leader. That's the problem. But how do we have leader when there is no proper mobilization? When you mobilize and you choose leader, you help the leader to know, first of all, he must recognize your value. He must know the existing structure and he must play by the rule. Who can talk to Nnamdi Kanu? And you think that kind of a person is going to lead you to anywhere? Or have you not heard that absolute power corrupts absolutely? That is what is killing Nnamdi Kanu. Absolute power. We made him God. We gave everything to him. Now he's an idiot, imbecile. Look at a brave warrior, a mighty man who can choose to play God. He controls 2 million all over the world. He can decide where to destroy and where not to destroy, where to live and where not. Look at him now. He's begging for paracetamol. What a shame. Because he didn't know what is leader. If he were a leader, there were proper mobilization, he would remain objective. He won't even talk to anybody. And after all, if they kill him, they kill him. But what he stands for, what he represents, nobody will take it away. Nelson Mandela is gone. Martin Luther King is gone. And many other people, Thomas Edison, George Washington, and so many of them too numerous to mention. Great men and women. They were objective. They remained focused. They refused to shift an inch. These are leaders. If we must die, we will tell you how it's going to be. If we must die, then let it be this way. But you don't understand. These are not men leaders. These are people who mobilize like election campaigners. They mobilize themselves like PDP and APC. This is the end result. You can mobilize all you like. People who mobilized for Buhari when he came to office, they were exceptionally unique. Everywhere change. Now they have changed you from Naira to cedis. Or what did they change you to? Cowries. You are enjoying the change. The same people telling you change. They are now changing the slogan again. What are the people who were shouting articulation? The same group of people, some of them now are shouting battalization. Some of them are shouting, what do they call P2B? And article. Very unfortunate. Because the mobilization is not first of all to bring out leadership. And so when we talk about mobilizing our people, you don't just mobilize to bring out a leader. There are other things that follow. It's so numerous, but I want to focus on few this evening, maybe 3 or 4 of it. Having appointed a leader is meant to protect a certain value core. There are values you are meant to protect. That is why when the agitation started, or when this criminality started, Mazi Mefo was focusing on one particular issue. And that is telling our people, you are destroying our value. Don't let these people destroy our value. Because once you destroy your value, you are gone. People will not understand what value really means by implication. It is value that gives worth to any item, commodity. It is the value placed on it that determines what their capacity. When you bring a naira and you bring a dollar, even a 2 months years old baby will feel the impact of dollar value to the naira. When you bring a bicycle and then you put it by the side of a Beetle car, the value tells you the difference. When you bring a healthy animal and a sick animal, you see the value there. the value is not just about the quantity. The value is not just about the appearance. The value is not just about the weight. The value is about, let's use the simple word, matter. It's everything. As a metaphor, continue to focus. Don't destroy our value. Don't destroy our value. What are these values we are talking about? We talk about Biafra before it was criminalized. People know you are serious. But talk Biafra now. It is somehow called Biafraud. You think you are a 419. The value has been lowered. We were able to get to a certain extent to prove to them that Igbo love themselves. But the current state we have found ourselves, it looks like it's a lie. You can see how much regard we have for our value. Igbo people are in Lagos. They are telling Yoruba to show PVC before they enter Alaba International Market. The same Igbo people are killing Igbo people in Igbo land, telling them there will be no election. Who is deceiving who here? Where is the value? Yoruba man in Agbo is Yoruba man in Onitsha. Yoruba man in Onitsha maintain his value in Kaduna. Yoruba man in Kaduna maintain his ground in Yoruba land. It's applicable to Hausa Fulani. Why are we the one when you become in Rome, you become a Roma? When you are in Rome, you become a Roma. Why must it work on us alone? You don't even know your value. How can you protect it? This is the purpose of mobilization. If we had real mobilization, you bring your people and say, this is how it's going to be. And then everybody will agree, this is how it's going to be. It enables the leader to know what they're actually fighting to protect. And if anybody deviates, they quickly call the person to order. And that is why, for instance, when the children of Israel were in the wilderness, something happened that was wrong. And God revealed to Moses, the people have defiled themselves. And when Moses gathered them to address such nonsense, they saw one of the young men with a strange woman in the camp. And then Eleazar, one of the sons of Aaron, the high priest, took up his sword and slew the man. It was declared to him righteousness because he had to put an end to evil. This is their value. The dwelling place of God must be sanitized. Audio made a broadcast when he was replaying one of the Kano broadcast, when he was telling you the truth. That in this Biafra agitation, we can't kill our people. If we do that, God will abandon us. No, we cannot spill the blood of our people. That was when the madness has not entered his brain. I've pleaded to Nigerian government to release Nnamdi Kanu for us. Let's cure him. Madness has not entered his brain. He knew he couldn't do that. But he betrayed the value. He forgot himself. And now they are killing Igbo people even lower than animal. When they want to kill cow, they even give them some respect. You go Udato local government chairman, you beheaded him. You behead him as a hero. Is that your value? You killed him. You killed him. Your own brother. You killed him. Is that your value? You had another Igbo woman. You beheaded the Igbo woman after raping her randomly. You beheaded her. You even mutilate her private organ. Is that your value? Your Simeon Ekpa showed you Nelly Ofuebu naked picture. Maybe Nelly loved Nnamdi Kanu as his savior. And now allow Nnamdi Kanu to sleep with her. Maybe Nnamdi Kanu now screenshot her. Maybe. And then Nnamdi Kanu sent to the picture to Simeon Ekpa and said, destroy that lady. She's mad. And then they are on social media showing the nakedness of Igbo woman. Is that our value? You think if we were under proper mobilization, that kind of a thing will happen? You think we are going to make any way forward if we don't mobilize ourselves? Because when we talk about mobilization, don't reduce it to let us gather. What are you gathering to do? What are you gathering to do? They are gathering to vote. All the mobilization your political parties are doing, all of them will end in one thing. They will bribe you and buy your future from you. None of you will be relevant. Forget about these messiahs they are creating for you, mobilizing you to just collect your vote. The moment you thumbprint or your state for you, all those your mobilizers, they will change their line. You cannot reach any of them again. But now that they want to use you, they will have access to you. So the reason we've not been able to advance our cause as a developing society is the absence of mobilization. In a church setting, for instance, you have elders. Elders are not pastor, but some elders are more powerful than pastor because they are the ones that discipline the pastor when he gives wrong. You mobilize them. Elders cannot be youth. They don't get involved in everything going on in the church. They look at the main issue to preserve the core value of the people. And then one of the reasons where you need to mobilize the people is to be able to build a standard. You have a target. Creation of standard, you mobilize people. For instance, we say we are tired. We are tired of one Nigeria. We are tired of one Nigeria because of the injustice. We are tired of one Nigeria because of the indiscriminate killing of our people. We are tired of one Nigeria because of the issue of political imbalance. We analyze them and we say, when this country comes, this is how it's going to be. Look at everything we have condemned Nigerians that they are doing. We've done worst. Under agitation. The country has not come. We have done worse. And then the Kanu gives order, kill that person, kill this one, kill that one. I thought he was not going to die. Now they are on social media telling you, oh, now the Kanu may die, he's suffering slowly, oh, he's painfully, oh. Who are you people deceiving? Our people that have sense, our people that want to have sense, our people, the one now the Kanu have moved your brain from the back to the front. You want to help yourself. Understand that the beginning of our liberation will start through the genuine process of mobilizing our people. And then the fourth and last we look at this evening is the last reason. There are numerous, but the fourth I want to address this evening is reviewing the entire structure. And that is when the issue of Ninas and others come in. Ninas, for instance, is trying to address Nigerian constitution. And now, what are they doing? They are mobilizing people. Some Biafra agitations are mobilizing voters. Ninas are mobilizing people. Look at this pit hole in this constitution. Look at this problem in this constitution. Look at this trouble in this. That is mobilization. They don't have people marching on the street for Nnamdi Kanu. Maybe they would have become God. Or maybe when they get to that level, they become God. But I want to believe these are principled individuals. But they are mobilizing the people consciously. They are mobilizing the people financially. They are mobilizing the people academically. They are mobilizing the know the truth. Some of us, we are mobilizing you. Go and vote. Go and vote. ONYIBE, go and vote. I get vote from Kanye. My God, constitution, they wait for you. The true mobilization now is, if you are voting for anybody, tell them, since we don't have a choice, let's just do this. But let's not forget that this constitution, that this structure of Nigeria will not allow even P2B to become president. It's going to be a toothless bulldog. He can't even bark. What do I call him? They're going to teach him lesson. I remember Alex Ekwime cry. That is if he gets there anyway. He said, they lied against me. I stole money. It was all blunted lie. Alhaji Shehu Shagari was the president. But Alex Ekwime is the one that suffered for all the embezzlement. While Alhaji Shehu Shagari was enjoying somewhere only God knows, Alex Ekwime was in detention. And then the late Bruce Ali was in detention. They released him when they discovered he was blind. He never recovered from that arrest till he died. Good luck, Ebere Jonathan understand the game. So he danced Michael Jackson and do he gonna backsliding. You know the song now. He now backslide and go back to Otueke. By now, maybe we see what Iburi or Uduagan saw. So we know all these things. But what are you mobilizing the people to do? Just to number. I remember as a child, I'll see people mobilizing you to go and vote your 8 years as a slave to one person who don't care for you. They will be singing for us to tell us how to vote. Then they will say, if they ask us, they will say Ebu Adero number. Because there is a particular party there, whether NPP or PPN, or I can't remember, I was a child. My mother, then my grandmother, then they will be singing, Ebeka gave Biaka, Ebu Adero number, Ebeka gave Biakara. They don't even know what they are Biaka, Ebu Adero number. That is what we are doing. Some of the people are singing for you. Kebeka ge biaka, ebu adere PO. Kebeka ge biaka, ebu adere PO. And then others are telling, Kebeka biaka, ebu adere bate. Kebeka ge biaka, ebu adere de brew. The whole town hall is the brew. That is what they are doing to you. The real issue aching us as a people will never be addressed. It will never. And so when you mobilize people, there are people who are gatekeeper. There are people who should be observing what is going on. They are spectators. They will call you and tell you, look at this thing is wrong. We have not started. We have not done any of it. Thank God for the social media. You can now come out and then you do whatever you want. No means of communication. Nobody is communicating to anybody. There are things you do that are not right for you to do, but they are necessary for you to do. Without communication, it will bring down the whole system. That is what you are suffering today. You think all the rubbish Nnamdi Kanu was saying was actually said out of ill will, but there was no communication. He needed to be God and everything. So our people, while we are talking about restoration of Biafra, restoration of Igbo land start. And it is not by that group Nnamdi Kanu form, men going to unite Igbo people. Nobody unite our people under backyard. We must come out and tell ourselves the truth. It's like Nnamdi Kanu Biafra. It's a done deal. Let them go and rest. They have ended their ministry. No more fundraising. Unknown government will, all the unknown government will soon be known. It's over. It's over. Some group of people, they see men and the cannot hire them. They want to unite Igbo. You heard what Obi of Okpanam told you, or more of Okpanam. He said, go and organize yourself. How can you organize yourself except you mobilize the people? We are in for a big trouble. We may not be here, but this thing will divide us further. Nigeria is about preparing to make another census. And there is something Nigeria is trying to do in that process. In that registration document for the upcoming census, they did not make provision for where you will put state of origin. And if we go and have another census without identifying our state of origin, in the nearest future, your children are not from Nigeria. What makes you a Nigeria? Is it by importation? Is it by slave trade? What makes you a Nigeria? Gradually, now they want to remove your ethnic nationality. And once they remove your ethnic nationality, you cannot say you are aborigine. You cannot say I am indigenous. You are gone. It's on already. But are you aware of that? Now they cannot tout on social media tell you, Nnamdi Kanu is sick. Oh, he's sick. Who are you people going to behead next? He's sick. He's getting problem. Oh, somebody help him. Oh, they are trying to take away your origin. If I go to my community, people will think, oh, this guy is because this is my community. And now you are going to read. They say, are you in Nigeria? You say, yes. Thumbprint here, you thumbprint one. They are counting you. When they manipulate that figure, how will you know? If they write me now, Sabo man, and go and put my number to Katangora or Kafanchan, how will I know? If we want to go, and you think omitting the state of origin in the upcoming census is actually meant to make Nigeria more advanced, it is to bring the Igbo man further down. Because all the Igbo outside Igbo land will be counted in favor of those people. Ordinarily, it's supposed to be that way. But ordinarily, they're supposed to know the original population of every ethnic nationality. This is what brought Nigerian here. The first census was rigged by the British government. That is what keep giving the Northerners the platform to win you and rig you out in every election without being able to question it anywhere in the world. Because the British government will tell you, mobilization. Who is doing all this mobilization? The intellectual. Who is doing all this mobilization? You think it's go and vote, get your BBC, go and vote. What is our population? What is the credibility of INEC? Where are we going to challenge this? Where is that competent court jurisdiction that will review this matter? Was the issue of good luck addressed? What does the Constitution say about all this scatter election? A lot of things are involved. But my happiness is that whatever any group is doing, I don't think any of them actually mean bad for anybody who found themselves as Nigeria. They wanted something better for themselves. Boko Haram wanted to be faithful to Allah. They needed where they will shout Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. They shout it from morning generation. They wanted it. And if indeed there is freedom of religion, why not give it to them? And then when we say we want Biafra, it's like we wanted a place we can express ourselves. Not a place we turn to cannibal as soon as the Kanu is displaying. Biafra was actually meant to represent liberty. If you know what the Statue of Liberty means to the people of America, that is what Biafra is supposed to mean to us. It is not dominating anybody. It was actually the true essence of expression of freedom. But where is it? Where is it? Now, having said all these things, my message is simple. Mobilization as an embodiment of sensitization must begin to take place. First assignment is that we are the one that we initiate this process. You are a community leader. You are a teacher. You are a pastor. You are a governor, a politician. You are an influencer. You are a leader of 2 or 3 people. You can start this campaign. It must be led on truth. It must be governed by true principle. It must be transparent. And every side of the discussion must be reviewed. Talk to your people. What do they want? Find out what they want. Find out if it's obtainable. Find out what their problem is. Do not forget to look for the cause of that problem. And then in the next conversation, think about the solution. And if you have the solution, you will eventually discover that in most cases, you don't have the answer to the problem, the solution to the problem. That will call for a room for further consultation. The further consultation will open room for further mobilization. And with time, you will get to the people who have the technical know-how. What am I trying to say? It is as simple as you go and meet somebody during evangelism. You say, brother, I need you to give your life to Christ. He said that, come unto me, all ye that labor and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. And when you are ministering to somebody, and you are able to prophetically address their challenges, it is easy for them to accept your Christ than when you don't know anything about it. When you are preaching to a Christian, even a Christian committing sin, the Christian will know that you don't even know what you are saying. Because at that moment, the Christian is not labored and heavy laden. The Christian is not afflicted by Satan. The Christian is not, all those one you are preaching for new beginner. The Christian, a mature Christian, is not under those rules anymore. That is why the Bible says, if you see a born again that backslide, it's almost impossible to restore such person. Why? Because not until you understand he's a fallen brother and address the person as a fallen believer, you won't be able to recover them. But by the time you preach for somebody, you address their problem. You see, they say, how did you know in most cases? And they open up for you. And the moment they open up for you, you find out what is their problem. You discover that most of them are sick. You can't heal them. You lead them to the healer. Mobilization have started. It is applicable in the same way. Our people are suffering. I cannot say Hausa man is my problem. Yoruba man is my problem. Igbo man is my problem. Abo man is my problem. They all have afflicted me one way or the other. But something sure gave them the right to do that. It boils down to the Constitution. If I am considered a second-hand citizen in my own country, by the virtue of Nigerian Constitution, who is my problem? How do I address the problem? You look at the Constitution and then you review it. And then you will understand when they talk about the Declaration of Independence. George Washington and his men, having mobilized the people, sat together and wrote how the life of the people should be governed. And today, you see Americans beat their hands in the chest, even though I cannot testify to the fact that their justice system is unique or best in the world. They all still have loophole, but at least every American will proudly tell you, I know my rights. I know my rights. You be Nigeria, you go to tell police, you know your right. If you have money, you will end up in a dentist clinic. They will remove your teeth if you are not in the grave. Do you have right when you are a bloody civilian? Somebody put those processes in place. And not until we begin to review all these things. We are not going anywhere. As a people, we have a problem. But it's obvious we don't know what our problem is. If we know what our problem is, the people from the south, south, and southeast who are shouting Biafra by now should be ashamed of themselves. The people from this same region where I come from, who are telling you vote and don't vote, should be ashamed of themselves. Because what we are supposed to be doing now is crying for a total overhauling of Nigeria. This should not be considered as a crime, except the Constitution forbid me from expressing my displeasure, registering my displeasure in a place where my right is trampled upon. So wherever you are, begin to mobilize the people. Teach them morality. Teach them the right thing. Let them know that this is how it's supposed to be. Just that things didn't go well. Somewhere in the nearest future, somebody will stand up. They will stand up because of what they believe. They will stand up because of the truth they've been exposed to. They will stand up in defense of dignity. Human dignity. And they will live for the rest of their life based on the principle you have taught them. Let the journey begin. But we still have a choice. Let us go and blackmail Nigeria. Oh, DSS is poisoning Nnamdi Kanu. Oh, Nnamdi Kanu is purging. Oh, Nnamdi Kanu. And you want us to believe that? IPOB media warrior, by now, are you not ashamed? Are you not tired? Tina Sanworu running from Kuwait to Dubai with our money, our monthly salary. All of them married to Arab woman is coming to condemn Muslim. Yeah? All of them. Oh, DSS is poisoning Nnamdi Kanu. Oh, DSS. I am a testament to that truth. I can call Nigeria anything I want to call them. But there are certain things they are not. When you go to DSS, you see different tribe there. I have been there because of Biafra agitation, because of Nnamdi Kanu, because of what we believed. And I have accused DSS of poisoning me. My problem was that I was not properly fed. The food they were giving me was very small. I think that led to the degeneration of my health. And considering the fact that I was emotionally tortured, and then in less than 3 weeks, my head began to break down. And I called them and I said, you people are poisoning me. Why don't you kill me so that I die instead of poisoning me gradually? I have said this in one of the broadcasts. And the person who attend to me, if it were to be police, I will say my IPO. I don't know what DSS called their own. He's a Benue man. That morning, he didn't attend to me again. He left me after I made that comment, went back to tell their boss. Their boss is a Fulani man. He would have called Boko Haram to kill me there. They reported the issue. I was brought before him immediately. I said, what did you say? I said, you people are poisoning me. Why not do it fast? Why this slow suffering? Because my health is degenerating, and this could only be that you people are poisoning me. Is it because nobody know I'm here? And the man said, calm down. We have to look into this. They have a medical facility, DSS in Port Harcourt. They have hospital there. If DSS in Port Harcourt have hospital equipped with original drugs, are you telling me Abuja is the one poisoning Nnamdi Kanu? I told you that they took a commuter hires bus, Toyota. They were all dressed decently. They put me on handcuff and take me to a particular lab in D-Line. I don't know the name of the lab, but I know where that place is till tomorrow morning. It belongs to an Igbo man. They run tests on me. And I have told you, I discovered that according to what the pharmacists say, what the lab guy, the doctor said, was exactly what was happening. The drug they recommended for me was the drug DSS was giving to me. But you see, I was not actually taking DSS drug because I had the feeling they were poisoning me. So when they give me the drug, I threw it away. But with that further investigation, I discovered nobody was playing foul game there. And from that day, I began to recover. From that day, I was informed that they are investigating my matter. I was reliably informed that if they find out I have hand in any of those atrocities, I am gone. The man told me, because I said, when are you people leaving me? Or when are you taking me to the court? The man looked at me. He said, see, we are looking into your matter. In about 3 days, we'll be done with the investigation. And if we find out you are an accomplice in most of those atrocities, you are gone. This was a confidential info. But if we find out your hand is not there, well, we wish you will have sense. And exactly what happened. 3 days later, 2.5 days later, that night, I came. And I asked that man, how far? He smiled. He said, you are going tomorrow morning. But the same people, Nnamdi Kanu and his group that are inside Biafra setting us up, were the one reporting me that I'm a what did you call it, Niger Delta Vengeance. Atoro everywhere. The same way Nnamdi Kanu is betraying all of you. So, to bring the long story short, there need to be mobilization. Mobilization will help us choose leaders who will represent us, review our value and protect our value, and then find out what are these things that are disturbing our people. You bring all of them together. We know where we are standing. We should be able to know where we are coming from. That is the only time we can appreciate where we are going to. Today, ndị Igbo, keba anyị na-eje, keba anyị na-aga, ọwụzịkwa Igbo presidency, anyị na-achụzịkwa Biafra, kenka anyị bụ ndị one Nigeria, kenka anyị chọ. You see, we're not in the same plate. And this is not because we are not united by our suffering. This is not because we are not united by the misery we face. This is because there have not been communication as a result of mobilization. And now, those of you listening to me, you may not be a leader, but follow every group. Whether it is Nnamdi Kanu unknown gunmen, follow them. Whether it is Boko Haram, follow them. Whether it's Nigerian politicians, follow them. Whether it is Biafra human rights, follow them. If you believe in what they are doing, somewhere along the line, everybody will know the truth. But don't lie to yourself. You need to belong somewhere. If you don't belong anywhere, they will rubbish you and it will look like you never existed. But be guided by principle. Find out what those people are doing. Check if it's in line with our values. Check if it represents the overall interests of the people. Forget about the fanciful, tantalicious, all those discussions, trying to flatter you, make you feel good, and no. There is time for impression and there is time for reality. This should be our moment of reality. Before I end this broadcast, let me see if there is any Nnamdi Kanu, the brain followers. Because I thank God for Nnamdi Kanu's wife. She made us understand that Nnamdi Kanu have removed the brain of his followers from the back and put them at the front. What did he call that process? Is it emolundium? I didn't say so. Let's see if there is any of them here. Who is this? He said, okay, it's a Chukwu Okolie, a genuine man. I call him Mbadike. Are they here? So if I see they are not, they have problem, I can help them or else I can delete them. Who is this one? He say Vicky Uchendo. He say noise maker. Why wouldn't I be noise maker? I have not even made up to Nnamdi Kanu who said Igbos are cause. Uchendo. Nnamdi Kanu say you are cause. ONYIBE. Igbos are cause. Have I gotten to that extent? But to you, he was a savior. Your savior now is crying. But you are not ashamed. Noise maker. Because you are ignorant. For God to create the world, he started making noise. You didn't know when God said, let there be light, let there be this. Was he meditating? He was making noise. But if you understand that by this word will speak, everything you see today were made. Imagine, look at ordinary word on Nnamdi Kanu seat. Bingos like you were made. We reap the fruit of our words. I'm saving you, Uchendo Vicky. And I know you need a husband. Because all these women who don't have husband, they run a shawu for Nnamdi Kanu IPOB. Go and ask Faith Ogala. Go and ask Ife. Shame on you. Is that not why they come and show us in your Fubu picture? Her nakedness. Vicky, go and look for husband. Or then help save your people. There are a lot of widows. If you have children, help save your children before Nnamdi Kanu kill them. Rubbish. Any other Nnamdi Kanu bingo here? Nnamdi Kanu just destroy Igbo people brain. And we are saving them. Vicky Uchendo, is the lack of husband, is coming to talk rubbish. Where are all of them? Vicky, I will not delete you. Because I think you are not beyond redemption. Where is another one? Tony Hansen. You see, idiotic people of Biafra. Well, I will not respond to you because I don't know what you actually mean. If I check what Nnamdi Kanu have done, anybody is free to call us any name. Idiotic people of Biafra, Biafra, any name you call us is okay. Because I cannot know Nnamdi Kanu and then still see Biafra as a holy movement. Anyway, that is why we are here, to make everybody understand that not all of us are idiotic. So Tony, I won't tell you more than that because you are not very clear, but you can still write another one so I can get you very clearly. And then where is another one? My African TV is a love. Love, brother, African TV. No other Nnamdi Kanu idiot. China Sanwo-Olu didn't give you money. Who is this one? Kanayo Okpara. He say greeting from a senior saboteur eating chicken from London. Hey my guy, I hope you are not in the cage. That London, I remember Nnamdi Kanu say, bushes in the cage, big monkeys in the cage, all of you in the cage. Kanayo Okpara, enjoy yourself. You need it. You need it. I wish you can forward my own chicken to me on WhatsApp. These are good men. These are people who know the truth. Not those one that can put their brain, remove it from the back and then carry it to the front. Where are all of them? Where are all of them? I will delete all of you until I have only one follower here. Rubbish. Can I enjoy your chicken? I'm with you in the spirit. No other bingo. Who is this? Let's see. Chibuike. I can't pronounce it. He say it's jealousy that is killing you, and What else? Jealousy killing me. Facebook, allow me to read them. How can jealousy kill me? How can jealousy kill me? Let's look at it. Why would I jealous Nnamdi Kanu? Because when Biafra come, Biafra belong to Nnamdi Kanu. Is that why I should jealous him? Will I take his wife? Will I take his children? Do I want to be like him? Why would I jealous him? Nnamdi Kanu don't exist except people like me were there to blow his ego. Since we left Nnamdi Kanu, what is achievement? He created more monster in Igbo land than you can imagine. We were the one that were actually curtailing him, his excesses. We were the one curtailing Nnamdi Kanu excesses. If World Igbo Congress did not endorse their stupidity and criminality, if some politicians does not come to give credibility to their hopelessness, you won't know Nnamdi Kanu by now is dead. We are the one that say, listen to Nnamdi Kanu. I never praised myself on Radio Biafra. I never praised anybody. Which one is jealousy there? Very disgraceful, shameful people. Any other Nnamdi Kanu video, I will not delete you, so don't worry. Any other one there, you see, Ndewo Diokpa ONYIBE, that is Chinwike Ukafo. Chinwike Ndewo. Nobody is cursing me here. Chinwike Ndewo. He say bingo high market. Yes, always remember them. It's bad market for them. Very bad market. Now the Kanu bingos are running away. That is what they're supposed to do. They are not here. Biafra is a spirit. Don't hide your face. Now, this is what you understand. It's okay there. This is what you should understand. That as far as this struggle is concerned, it's not a popularity contest. We are not here to sell personality. We just want our freedom. So, which is, don't hide your face. Don't hide your... I am not moved by what you say. I am not moved by what you do. I am not moved by all those things. We are moved by the truth. It was the truth that brought us here. It is the truth that is still leading us. We will stand by that truth till the end. So, I will leave. I think I've given enough time to Nnamdi Kanu bingos. The bingo behind me, they are backing you already. They read my bingos. They read your post. They know you are illegal bingo. You are the one they are backing. Atoro. Chibuike Nnamdi Kanu bingo. Telling me, it's jealousy worrying you. Look at my dogs are backing you. What a shame. In the absence of that, I have told you what you are supposed to do. There is a reason Biafra Human Rights Radio was established. And that reason is to protect our innocent people. Collateral damage, to manage it. Did you not see they are not killing IPOB members again? Who have known the truth? Did you not see they are not killing them again? Without Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio, many of you will be dead. If they touch any of them, they will get the impact. That is why they are killing their politicians. The politicians who are doing hide and seek with them. That's why they are killing them. A lot of people have known the truth and have abandoned Nnamdi Kanu. And then Nnamdi Kanu is going behind to kill them one after the other with unknown government. I have told them, any of them they touch, I will expose all of them. And this is not healthy for our society. It cannot bring development. It cannot bring life security or property. Our land is even under military occupation, more than anticipated. Thank God for Nnamdi Kanu and his unknown gunmen. And I hope you are happy about that. This having been said, I will bring the broadcast to an end at this junction. And I have Aslem Udowele, my brother, God bless you. When I see you each time, I begin to thank God. We have to be very sincere in what we do. Aslem Udowele was somebody I would have quarreled with because of issue. He proved he's a man of integrity. But Nnamdi Kanu and his Otapia freedom fighter, he says saboteur. Audio Guinea, these were people who against all odds insist that the right thing must be done. They are saboteur. Will I talk of Hukum? Those of you that are good, remain good. Nnamdi Kanu Mugus, I'm blocking them in my block industry. Only the one that miss road and enter here. When I see you are irredeemable, I'll block you. But when your brain is working, I will help you. Later on, you will call me, please bring me back. And I will bring you back if your brain, I will not take your brain from front and send it back where it belongs. I'll throw Nnamdi Kanu everywhere. Meanwhile, enjoy Nnamdi Kanu latest music. He's sick. Nnamdi Kanu is dying gradually. Don't let him to die. Please, Zoludo, don't you see what Uju Anya said? He's in pain. He's dying painfully. Help Nnamdi Kanu. When you people will see the atrocity of Nnamdi Kanu against Ndi Igbo, most of you will cry. Most of you will cry. Most of you will cry. Are you not seeing Barrister Ojofor eating and making fun with Biafra? Most of you will cry. Etu ụbọchị onye nwe ga-abịa, oge me unu vum n'anya o, ndị mmehie unu ga-eti ya aka n'obi o. Otu ụbọchị onye nwe ga-abịa, oge me unu kam n'anya o, ndị bingo unu ga-eti ya aka n'obi, na-etili ihe mere onwe m. N'ihe mere onwe, lee ihe mere onwe yo, unu ga-eti ya aka n'obi o. Dịka ọha m ọnụ, onye nwe ntị ya anụ, onye nwere ntị. Okay, good people on my platform, God be with you. God open your eye to see the Yahoo freedom fighters. May He protect you from the arrows of the unknown gunmen. May God make you to see the truth. Stand by the truth. Live by the truth. May you prosper in everything you do. For Nnamdi Kanu and his Yahoo or your state for you, you are on your own. We are following you up. There will be no room for lie. If you talk a lie, we will expose you. Our people, most of our people may not believe now. They may not understand. But it's just a matter of time. We go nowhere. Good night and God bless.